Hi, my name is Nicole Galchutt, and my business partner, Meli Foster, and I are the founders of Meli Wraps, an eco-friendly alternative to plastic wrap used for food storage. So I'm sure many of you in this room are aware of the plastic crisis we're facing today, but here are some stats you might not know. Industry experts are predicting by the year 2050, there's going to be more plastic in our ocean than fish. And currently, the average American family is using 1,000 plastic sandwich bags and 24 rolls of plastic wrap every year. And sadly, most of this is used just once, thrown out, and going into our landfills and oceans. So a quick story, my partner Meli and I, we were traveling to Australia 4 years ago. We're both from the island of Kauai, Hawaii. Where growing up, you can't help but have a deep love for nature, and we're very conscious of our environment there. We were traveling together to Australia a few years back, and we had an aha moment. We were in a market, and we saw a piece of waxed cloth covering a bowl of fruit. Not ever seen anything like this before. We knew immediately this is something we needed back home. We needed to introduce this to our friends and family. And this is how Meli Wraps started. So our solution to single-use plastic for food storage is a Meli Wrap. It's a reusable beeswax food wrap. We use beautifully printed organic GOTS-certified cotton that we infuse with our signature beeswax blend. So the wraps can cover plates, bowls, fruits, veggies, wrap up a sandwich, a block of cheese. You can even fold one into an envelope to take snacks with you on the go. So it does replace plastic sandwich bags as well. So in our blend, we also have beeswax, jojoba, and coconut oil. And these ingredients have natural preservative qualities. So when you do cover half an avocado and put it in the fridge and open it the next day, it's actually still green and edible. So you have a lot of less food waste. Each wrap can be washed and reused about 150 times. So you simply wash it with dish soap, cool water, rinse, and air dry. That same wrap is going to last you a good year of reusable use. Now back to that average American family, they're spending about $140 every year on single-use plastic for food storage. That same money can buy you 18 Meli Wraps in a variety of sizes, and at the end of the year, nothing's going into the landfill. So to sum up for a Meli Wrap, it's good for your body. There's no harmful chemicals. It's all natural ingredients. It's good for the planet. When its life is done, you can cut into strips and compost it. It's going to keep your food a lot fresher and have less food waste. They're really easy to use from kids to elders. And when you open your fridge or your lunchbox, you get to see pretty, beautiful prints instead of having a guilty feeling looking at plastic. And with the amount of times you're going to use this one wrap, you're actually saving a lot of money. It's very economical. So what's the market like? Well, currently, Americans are spending $7.5 billion on plastic products for food storage. And while our target demographic is 24 to 44-year-old females, really anyone that eats food could use a Meli Wrap. Unfortunately now, almost half of the Americans are wanting to make sustainable purchases like a Meli Wrap. So we have stores across the United States, about 35 states, over 350 wholesale accounts, from Ace Hardware to Whole Foods and everything in between. We also sell on our own website, melywraps.com, Etsy, and Amazon. So while the market is big, the competition is relatively small. What makes us stand out from our competitors are our prints. We've offered over 50 designs since we started, whereas they've only had 5 prints, and they're either single-colored or two-toned. We're also making our wraps here in Bend, Oregon, so we're the largest company out of the Pacific Northwest. We sell retail, online, and then when you look at the wrap itself, we have some differences. We have wavy edges that prevents fraying. We have a stronger blend so that it holds and can fold into an envelope, and we don't have any soy wax additives. So a cost to make this 3-pack of Meli Wraps with a small, medium, and large is $3.63, including the packaging. We sell this to wholesale for $12. It retails for $24. Currently, the bulk of our business is in the wholesale area, and our plan for 2020 is to vamp up our marketing and to get to a 50-50 mix of wholesale and retail. To do that, we just started working with a local firm here to start optimizing our Amazon pages and doing Facebook, Instagram ads to direct customers to our website. So we've had steady year-over-year growth at about 150%. For the year 2022, we plan to hit the 2 million mark. To get there, we're going to have that 50-50 mix of business I just spoke about. So we're going to continue to invest into marketing. And then for wholesale, we plan to have double the amount of accounts we have now. In the last 6 months, we've added 100 new wholesale accounts, and we've been doing this without a distributor, so It's going well, and then the gravy on top of that is we're expanding into private label and corporate gifting. So Meli and I started this 4 years ago. We know the ins and outs of our business. We're very passionate about it. For production, we have a local resident, Katie Bach, as our production supervisor, and she's been with us through the transformation of making each wrap one by hand to becoming the master at using our custom equipment and machinery. Lauren Taylor is our artist. She does the prints that go onto our wraps, and then we have Emily Foster that does our packaging graphics, sell sheets, etc. So initially, Meli and I each put in $500 to this company 4 years ago. We continued to reinvest our profits and basically bootstrapping our way to where we are now. While the growth has been great, we're looking to really vamp up these next couple years and are seeking some funding to do that. With plastic-free, zero waste, and just the amount of awareness that's going on right now more than ever, we want to get our product out there and show that there's a great alternative. So we're going to be spending a lot more in marketing, so we are going to be doing those Facebook, Instagram ads, as well as a lot of Amazon spend on optimizing pages. So we're looking to fund that. And then with inventory, every month our purchases are getting bigger and bigger for raw goods, and we're in a great position right now to make some really big bulk purchases to bring our costs down. And then lastly, we're also looking for an advisor. We recently had our product showcased at the International Gift Show in Tokyo, where there was a lot of strong interest, and we've had some distributors reach out to us, and so somebody familiar and experienced in that realm of things, we greatly appreciate that, as that's not our expertise. But finally, what we really ask today is that you rethink the way you preserve food. There's a saying, we don't need a handful of people doing zero waste perfectly, we need millions of people doing it imperfectly. And Meli Wraps is one of those ways. So please share what you heard and saw today with your friends and family. If you already use a Meli Wrap, we're so appreciative that we're going to give you a sneak peek of our upcoming prints, because this always gets everybody excited. And there's samples out in the back. Thank you guys so much for your time today.
Great, thank you, Nicole. So everybody knows the drill. Raise your hand. I will ask, remember to stand up, and then also please toss the box back as soon as you're done asking your questions so we can get through as many as possible. So please.
Are the pigments that you're using in your wraps also plant-based?
Sorry, what was that?
The pigments that you're using for your prints, are they also plant-based?
So the whole fabric that we get is GOTS certified, which is the Global Organic Trade Standard, and so it's non-toxic, it's very low impact on the dyes, from everything from the seed to the end finish of this fabric.
The gentleman here.
Personally, like with my food storage devices, I'm a little bit rough. I might accidentally put it in the dishwasher, or I might accidentally like tear it. How large is the risk of me doing something like this? Like if I put it in the dishwasher, is it game over?
So you do want to avoid heat, so you would not want to put it in the dishwasher. Every now and then somebody does make that mistake and you learn it the first time, and then you don't do that ever again. So, and you can buy more. But you would want to avoid dishwashing. You just get in the habit of hand washing it. It's really easy. It air dries over the sink, and then you just put it away, and after you've done it a couple times, you're just in the habit of doing it that way.
In the sort of back middle there. Oh, almost. Good try, good try.
Very nice presentation. With regard to the actual products themselves, do you have a plan to add additional form factors or other product SKUs? Because having a little kid in the morning, trying to get them ready to go to school, trying to pack your own lunch to go to work, having to fold all that up to fit whatever sandwich or snacks you want to put in your lunch sack is going to take a lot more time than just putting it in a plastic bag.
So I heard half of that. Can you repeat that a little bit for me?
It sounded like, how do you deal with the fact that you only have sort of the one form and design, especially
Gotcha.
for people who are trying to do this with kids who are not necessarily the best at origami and kind of folding things. Did I reflect that correctly? Okay.
So we do have 3 sizes that we typically sell, our pack of 3, that can cover most things. Like a large will cover your casserole dish, a medium is made for like smaller sandwiches, and smalls can cover most plates and bowls. So you just kind of get used to what size, and you can always go with a bigger one. You don't have to do fancy origami folds. You can just wrap it over, scrunch it together. There's a bunch of samples out there, so please take one when you leave because you'll feel how easy it is to form and it can just cover anything.
In the back there with the blazer.
Oh.
Almost. Oh.
Fun. Hi. So with the price point that you advertised of around $24, actually in a store, how are you planning to combat like just someone saying, oh, well, plastic bags are significantly cheaper, 500 of them for $5, something like that? Are you planning on trying to lower that price point to be more accessible, or what's your plan there?
Yeah, so initially we actually had a higher price point and we were able to bring our cost down and lower it. But it's the amount of times that you're going to use that one wrap, it becomes actually a lot more economical than you have to just think ahead and think of that's going to be 150 times you're using that, not just once. So it does pay off for itself. It's an initial investment.
Time for one more question. One here. Okay. This gentleman here. Stand up. There you go. Oh.
Howdy. I was wondering, is there any ideas of moving forward with this product, like maybe, selling a larger piece or a roll that you can cut, and kind of customize the size yourself?
So we've thought about doing that. Sometimes people have this great idea that, ooh, I'm going to cut it up, and which you can do, but then it's never that bigger size again, and we've kind of perfected our sizes. But we're going to start exploring doing just some a la carte, different sizes, like if you always cook bread, like a big baguette wrap, or if you have a certain dish size, we have the ability to make any size we want. It's just getting the most efficiency out of that size.
Great. Let's give Nicole a big round of applause. Thank you.
Thank you.